Well, Zoe, we're in the posh new technical area and the seats look better than yours. What do you make of this and the pre-season matches?
I think the new seats, the blue round the pitch and the badge all look great. I used to have a car seat on my sports wheelchair, so I'd love one of those with the CFC badge on my wheelchair now. I think the pre-season matches have gone well. We've improved each game and we played great against Derby.
And how do you think we'll do this season?
I think we will have a good start. I always believe we will have a great season. I don't think it will be easy, but there's no reason why we can't be champions again.
I know you're doing your bit to support the team, but before we explore that, can we put into context and talk about your cerebral palsy?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You can ask me anything you want about it.
I know you were born with athetoid cerebral palsy, which means you only use your thumb for the computer and to power your chair. It also means you have voice. We've added your voice to this interview. However, you've achieved something most haven't. You have letters after your name. How did that come about?
I received a certificate of recognition from the International Paralympic Committee and granted the use of the post-nominal letters PLY after my name for special achievement as a Paralympian and upholding the Paralympic values.
Yeah, but it's a bit more than just being a Paralympian. You won a silver medal in Atlanta when the games were not supported like they are today. What was that experience like?
Well, in one way it was fantastic and two of the best weeks of my life, but in another way, it was really tough. The Americans know how to put on a show, so the opening and closing ceremonies were fantastic and the medal ceremony was brilliant, even though it took me a few hours to accept how great it was to win silver. Being so close to winning gold was very difficult to get my head around at first. Then behind the scenes, it was disgusting because the Olympians had trashed, destroyed everywhere and taken everything.
So, we're a couple of weeks away from the parallel games in Paris. Is it good to see the respect for those games and the profile given to Paralympics now?
Yes, it is good to see there is much more respect for the Paralympics now and there's much more media coverage. Whereas back in my day when I won my silver medal, they just put it on teletext a couple of days later. Luckily my parents were coaches at that time, so they were part of the team and out in Atlanta with me, but that was before we had mobile phones and social media, so it took ages to get through on a pay phone to family back home to let them know I'd won my medal.
Well, your elite sport is a few years ago now, Zoe, but you're about to take on quite an athletic endeavour here at the stadium. Can you tell me about that?
I have decided to take on a challenge that I think is probably a bit mad, but I'm going to attempt to roll the full length of the football pitch from one net to the other at the SMH Group Stadium to raise funds towards the developments at the Erwin training ground. With my cerebral palsy and most of my movements being involuntary, it is very difficult to roll, so this will be as difficult for me as it would be for someone to run a marathon for the first time. It could take a long time, but I'm doing this for my beloved Spire rights, so I'll make sure I'll get there.
So when are you going to do the roll?
I am aiming for the 4th of September, but might change the day if it is too wet. Although there are plenty who might want to see me rolling in water.
So if your fellow fans want to support your efforts and support the team, what should they do?
They can donate on my GoFundMe page by googling GoFundMe Zoe on a roll. You will get to the page. Or they can give me, or to you, Peter Whiteley, their donation in cash and it will be added to my page.
Well, good luck in doing this, Zoe, and if you manage it, perhaps we'll have to sort out a gold medal for you.